kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
In the bustling city of Evergreen Heights, a group of friends spent their afternoons playing in the only patch of green left in their neighborhood. A small park with a big oak tree in the center. This park was their sanctuary, but it was in trouble. Litter covered the ground, and the tree looked weaker every day. Maya, the group's unofficial leader, had enough. "We have to do something," she said, picking up a candy wrapper from the grass. "If we don't, who will?" Her friends, Liam, Zara, and Ethan, nodded in agreement. They brainstormed ways to save their park and came up with an idea. They'd become superheroes for the planet. The friends met at Maya's house to create their superhero personas. Maya, always full of energy and ideas, became Captain Green. Liam, who loved science and gadgets, was Techno Leaf. Zara, a budding artist, designed their costumes and became Nature Ninja. And Ethan, the fastest runner in their school, was dubbed Eco Flash. Together, they became the Green Guardians. Their first mission was to clean up their beloved park. They brought gloves, trash bags, and a lot of determination. Within hours, the park looked spotless. But as they stood admiring their work, they realized their mission had just begun. The Green Guardians started noticing how widespread the problem was. Streets, playgrounds, and even rivers were full of litter. Trees were being cut down to make way for new buildings, and many people didn't seem to care. "We need to make a bigger impact," said Liam. "We can't do this alone." Maya had an idea. What if we could inspire others to join us? We could turn the whole city into Green Guardians. The team got to work. They visited schools to give presentations about the importance of taking care of the planet. Zara painted posters with slogans like "Be a hero, save the earth," and "Trash belongs in the bin, not the ground." They handed out tree saplings to families, encouraging them to plant them in their yards. Liam built a recycling robot out of old parts he found in his garage. The robot, named Recyco, could sort trash into recyclables and non-recyclables. The team brought Recyco to community events where it became a huge hit. Not everyone was happy with the Green Guardians' efforts. A group of litterbugs, led by a kid named Travis, started to mock them. Travis and his gang made a mess wherever they went, undoing the Guardians' hard work. One day, the Guardians caught Travis dumping soda cans in the park. "Why are you doing this?" Maya asked. "Why not?" Travis replied with a smirk. "It's not like it matters. Someone else will clean it up." Zara stepped forward. "It does matter. This is our home, and we have to take care of it." But Travis just shrugged and walked away. The Guardians realized they needed more support to counteract the litterbugs. They organized a citywide cleanup day called Green Day. They went door to door, inviting neighbors to join them. On Green Day, hundreds of people showed up. Families cleaned parks, planted trees, and learned about recycling. The city began to transform. Seeing the community's enthusiasm, even some of the litterbugs joined in. Despite their successes, the Guardians faced a new challenge. A large construction company planned to cut down a grove of trees to build a shopping mall. The Guardians knew they had to act fast. They researched alternatives and discovered that the grove was home to a rare bird species. Maya wrote a letter to the mayor, and Liam created a presentation showing how the mall could be built elsewhere without harming the trees. The Guardians held a rally, inviting the community to stand with them. Their efforts paid off. The mayor agreed to relocate the mall, saving the grove. One evening, Travis approached the Guardians. "I've been thinking," he said, looking at the ground. "Maybe I was wrong. Can I help?" The team welcomed him with open arms. Travis became one of the most dedicated members, using his outgoing personality to recruit even more volunteers. Months passed, and Evergreen Heights transformed. The streets were cleaner, trees were flourishing, and the community was united. The Guardians became local heroes, but they remained humble. "This isn't about us," Maya said during a news interview. "It's about everyone working together to protect the planet." The Green Guardians decided to expand their mission beyond Evergreen Heights. They created a website to share tips and resources, inspiring kids in other cities to start their own eco-teams. As they looked at their thriving park, Maya smiled. "This is just the beginning," she said. "We're not just saving our city, we're saving the world." Max had always been different. While other kids in Pinehaven spent their afternoons playing games, Max spent his time watching the clouds. He had a gift, a strange but wonderful ability to sense changes in the weather before anyone else. His grandmother often said, "The sky speaks to you, Max. Don't ignore it." One afternoon, while Max was sketching cloud formations in his notebook, he felt it, a tingling in his fingertips and a chill in the air. Something was coming, something big. Max ran to the town square, where the annual Pinehaven Summer Fair was in full swing. Booths selling baked goods and handmade crafts lined the cobblestone streets. Children laughed as they rode the carousel, and the air smelled of roasted corn. But Max couldn't enjoy the festivities. He felt the storm approaching, even though the sky was still clear. He tugged on Mayor Holloway's sleeve. "Sir, we need to prepare for a flood," Max said. The mayor chuckled. "Flood? There's not a cloud in the sky, son." Max insisted, but no one believed him. Even his best friend Clara looked skeptical. That night, Max couldn't sleep. The air grew heavier, and the wind howled through the trees. He climbed to the roof of his grandmother's house and saw it, a line of dark, menacing clouds rolling in from the horizon. The river that ran through Pinehaven shimmered in the moonlight, its banks already swelling from the rising water. Max ran inside and woke his grandmother. "It's starting," he said. She nodded solemnly. "Then you must do what you can, Max. The town needs you." Max hurried to Clara's house and banged on the door until she answered. "You have to help me," he said. "The flood is coming." Clara hesitated, but saw the determination in Max's eyes. Together, they rang the church bell to wake the town. Sleepy-eyed neighbors gathered in their pajamas, grumbling about the commotion. Max stood on the steps of the church and shouted, "The river is going to flood. We have to prepare now, or everything will be lost." This time, his urgency struck a chord. Clara added, "Even if we don't believe him, isn't it better to be safe?" The town sprang into action. Clara organized a group to fill sandbags and build barriers along the riverbank. Max directed others to evacuate low-lying areas and move livestock to higher ground. Liam, the town carpenter, offered his workshop as a storage space for valuables. Children ran door to door, warning families to pack essentials. As the night wore on, the rain began, a soft drizzle that quickly turned into a relentless downpour. Max's gift allowed him to guide the townsfolk, predicting where the water would rise first. At midnight, the river overflowed its banks. The barriers held for a while, but the sheer force of the water broke through in places. Max led a group of volunteers to rescue an elderly couple trapped in their home. Meanwhile, Clara and Liam coordinated efforts to reinforce the barriers. The townsfolk worked tirelessly, their fear giving way to determination. Through it all, Max stayed calm, his instincts guiding him. "The eastern bank is next," he shouted. As dawn approached, the rain finally began to ease. The flood waters, though devastating, had not reached the town square thanks to the community's efforts. Exhausted but relieved, the townsfolk gathered to survey the damage. Mayor Holloway approached Max, his usual stern demeanor softened. "You saved us, son. I should have listened to you sooner." Max shook his head. "It wasn't just me. We did this together." In the days that followed, the town came together to rebuild. Families whose homes were spared took in those who weren't as lucky. Max helped Clara organize a donation drive for supplies. Liam built a new flood barrier, stronger than the last, and planted trees along the riverbank to prevent erosion. The town decided to hold an annual flood preparedness day to honor Max and the lessons they had learned. One evening, as Max sat by the river, Clara joined him. "You were amazing," she said. Max smiled. "I just did what I had to, but I couldn't have done it without you and everyone else." The river, now calm, reflected the stars. Max felt a deep connection to the world around him, a sense of purpose he hadn't felt before. Word of Max's gift spread beyond Pinehaven. Scientists and meteorologists visited the town, eager to learn from him. Max, however, remained humble, using his abilities to help his community. Pinehaven became a model for disaster preparedness, a town united by the storm that had once threatened to destroy it. And Max, the boy who listened to the sky, became a symbol of hope and resilience. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.